Hello! Finally, my last video I'm recording. I'm so excited. You have no idea because you may or may not be watching videos. You might not be going in order. You might not be in the class, but I have made so many videos today. It's insane because I'm not even doing only for SCIE. I also did one for another job. So I'm just like videoed out. Anyway, this video is about the semester-long project. I do a semester-long project every single semester for my lab. I've changed it around here and there, and the past couple of years, it's been all about COVID and numbers and tracking the data, because I think it's extremely important for people to know how to find information, put it together, and analyze it to understand what it means. Because I have discovered a lot of people simply just read a headline or something in bold and think that they know what something means. And I think it's extremely important to learn how to analyze what you're learning. I know it's not a statistics class, so I'm not making you do chi-square or any of that kind of stuff, but you will be keeping track of something and explaining what it means, because I need you to use your critical thinking skills. This is a science class, and so kind of a perfect place for this. So I'm about to do this share screen thingy again and show you what I'm talking about. So your semester-long project. One, there is a discussion board. So you can sit there and talk about it here. You can ask people, what are you doing? What do you think on this? Or don't. Entirely up to you. This discussion board is 100% optional. It is not counted in your grade any way, shape, or form. But sometimes you get frustrated with assignments. This is a way to talk to other people because we're not meeting in person. So I just made somewhere for it. I'm going to come back to the grading rubric in just a moment. The first thing you're going to have to do is this semester-long project beginning. I'm looking at this going, did I forget to post something? Let me see. Here we go. Yeah, I forgot to put this in the semester-long project folder. I should also move these, shouldn't I? Anyway, semester-long project. You click this, it tells you about this. It's telling you that you have to collect stuff the entire semester. This entire project will be 200 points. So if you remember that grading thing where it's the point system, that means 2 letter grades. So you want to take this seriously. I am assuming most of you realize there was this extreme weather this summer, massive heat wave. It's causing issues all over the planet. If you're in the class part, you will see I have provided articles about this. This, we're just talking. So there are super danger heat zones throughout the entire United States, which are causing people to have to move about. You have different extreme weather events happening that are causing people to actually have to leave their countries or their towns or their states. Canada has had wildfires for months. And so you have people who are having to leave one area of Canada to another area of Canada. I'm recording this on the 11th on Friday. Yesterday, it was all over the news about Maui in Hawaii being on fire and entire areas being completely destroyed. And that has to do with the heat and the hurricane winds. And so these are examples how extreme weather events are causing people to have to leave where they are and move to another location. This can obviously cause strain on various aspects. And so what you are going to be doing is taking a look at this. You're going to pick something like a location and figure this out. So I'm going to show you on the next one. Here we go. Here is the lab. So much of this is what I've already talked about. So this is what you have to do. So for this project, you will need to read the lab, which is this, create a list of your thoughts, which is your personal take. So if you think that it's bullcrap that people have to leave a coastal town due to the tides rising and their land just kind of disappearing, then say that. Collect the data, which means the number of people moving into a location or out of a location. Analyze the data. Look at where they're leaving and where they're going to. Why? Why is this happening? Was there a big surge here and not a big surge there? You have to look at this. You're going to have to make graphs to show me the data, the numbers and stuff. And there will be checkpoints for this part throughout the term where I'm going to collect some stuff too. And then I will have a Zoom and show you how I put it together so I can show you the graphs and how I would do the graphs. Then you're going to finish with your views about human migration and climate change. So put the whole thing together. Tell me why. Why do you think this is happening? What did you find? What did you discover? What trend do you see? You're going to have to show me how your views remain the same or how they change throughout the course. Because some people will go into this with a preconceived notion of one thing and they're going to learn something totally different. So you're going to have to show me that. Or somebody goes into it with this idea and everything they do supports it. Then you show me that and just say, well, because when I collected blah, 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 this is what I found out. There you go. You have to be detailed. I need to know everything you did and why. I need to know that you thought about this. And here's the big one right here. This is not a politics class. This is a science class. You have to use your critical thinking skills. You have to discuss the science part, not all these people came over there because they wanted more money. That's not the question. You can say that the economy was involved because they had a massive drought and there was no food for anyone to eat. And the farmers had no farms to work, so they had no choice but to migrate somewhere else in order to survive. You can do that, but you need to not focus only on monetary or politics. You have to focus on the environment. So in that scenario, it was the drought that caused the issue, not because they wanted more money. So make sure you're looking at it in the science side. You're then going to write up a paper all about it. The amount of stuff you need to collect throughout the term is not going to be possible to do last minute. So make sure to start early because it's a whole lot of points. So that is that part. Now we go to the semester-long project folder and you will have a semester-long project beginning. This is due by August 25th. So the sooner you do it, the better. And I have very specifics of what I want. Notice I keep saying detailed. You can't just give me a couple of little comments and get full points. This is worth 50 points, 50. This is worth a quarter of the actual grade for the whole semester long project. Take it seriously. You have to be very detailed. If once you read through all this, you are not 100% sure, send me a message and ask. But tell me specifically what you don't understand, because if you just say all of it, I'm not going to know where to start. And I'm totally just going to copy and paste this as the response. So specify what part you don't understand so I can clarify. Now, that brings me to the semester-long project grading rubric. And this is how you're going to be graded on this project. Notice the beginning 50 points. This is graded in week 2. So you have 150 points for the rest. And this is how it breaks down. So you're going to have to remember to give me actual paragraphs, your thoughts, graphs, whatnot. Notice this one, there's only 2 options. You either get the full points or you get none. Same thing here for evidence of critical thinking. You have either displayed critical thinking or you have not displayed critical thinking. So if you want the full points, make sure you do actually display critical thinking. Okay, the last part for this. You're going to have to tell me what websites you're using for all your information. I gave you 3 here to get you started. This is a blog, so this is not a valid source. But This can help you start. It's got some really good information and suggests stuff. And so this might help you wrap your brain around the topic. These two might help you pick a location, because remember, you can either pick a state or a country. You can pick anything around the entire world, and these things will help you. So take a look at these sites and see if any of them are helpful. And that is pretty much the semester-long project. This is my first term doing this specific one. And so there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for me on how to explain what I'm looking for. And the more you communicate with me about what you're finding, that might help me fine-tune it a little bit. So communication and staying on top of it is key. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I think I'm done with videos, and I'm so excited for that. So that's it, and peace out.